As the issue of instituting an independent probe into the conduct of the judiciary continues to top the public discussion platforms, they receive yet another boss from a retired justice and someone who heads the Judicial Service Commission. A few days after retired Justice George Kanyehamba joined a group of lawyers in petitioning Parliament to institute an independent probe into the allegations of corruption, disappearance of files and bias in transaction of court business, retired Principal Judge and Chairman of the Judicial Service Commission, Justice James Ogola, weighs in, giving a nod to the process.
Or if it's felt that the issue of indiscipline is so huge and overwhelming that it needs the entire nation to address it, then in principle would have no problem with that. After all, judges, even though they have independence of judiciary, they also, in modern thinking, must have accountability.
With the constitutional obligation of enforcing discipline in the judiciary, the Judicial Service Commission, chaired by Justice Ogola, appears to agree with those putting across public outcry as a justification for demanding for an investigation.
I've unfortunately had a string of reports from the IGG in the last 4, 5, 6 years, and each report has always indicated that there was a problem in the judiciary, problems of integrity, problems of corruption, alleged lack of integrity.
Justice Ogola, however, cautions that should the prayers for an inquiry be answered, the process should guarantee a thorough and objective job.
We must be careful to ensure that there is fairness, there is professionalism about such an investigation, and that indeed there is due process.
A word of caution as well stands in the crucial significance of ensuring that the judiciary is allowed to operate freely, even when the process is ongoing.
Anytime you talk about the judiciary, you want to be aware of the cornerstone of the independence of the judiciary.
In an earlier telephone interview, however, the judiciary spokesperson, Arias Gisauzi, cautioned the lawyers to tread carefully, putting at the back of their minds that under the principle of separation of powers, the judiciary is under no obligation to take orders from Parliament. On several occasions, files of high-profile cases, especially those related to corruption, have allegedly disappeared, leaving not enough evidence for culprits to be brought to book. Sabit Joseph, WS Television, Parliament.